Bria and Simon, Danny and I are so excited to chat with you, especially in Cannes, which is so insane. We just saw you in New York for our live show, and now we're in the south of France.
What a life.
I know, right? For us.
Exactly.
We're all doing something right, and I love that we ran into you guys literally last night at the concert here, which was so fun. Did you guys have a good time?
I was so happy. I spotted you, so I was at the bar, and I'm like looking around, and I just see both of you, and I'm like, oh my God, it's Danny and Evan. I'm going over there. He's like, what's happening? I'm like, I'll be right back. And I got you by the ear.
No, it was the best surprise. I was like, who was assaulting Danny? And then I saw it was you, and I was like, oh my God, Bria.
Yes. No, I was so happy. I was a little sad because I think Tyla came on late.
Did you not get to see her?
No. Did you
Okay,
get to see her?
We waited. I was so excited for Tyla, and I was like running to the front of the stage, and then Martin Garrix comes on, and I'm like, that's wonderful. However, I was expecting Tyla, and then I was like, wait, is she gonna come? And then she finally came, and she was amazing. She was so good.
Because she just came from the hospital.
She had, what did she have, nail glue in her eye, right?
Have you ever gotten nail glue in your eye? Is this a thing that the girls go through?
I don't know. I'm like, how did that happen?
I was so confused, but her eyes look great. The lashes were lashing, and like, no, I felt like I saw no signs of a nail glue emergency.
Okay, that's what I thought, because I saw clips of it, and I'm like, wait a minute, where, honey? Where? I was like, where? Because my eye would be like this.
Yeah.
But I'm so sad because we went to get food, and then I saw on you guys reposted, and I was like, oh my God.
Our heart was broken.
Yeah.
But you two are after my own heart because I would do food over Tyla. Like, no offense to Tyla, but I love my
Danny,
food.
if Tyla's listening, say sorry.
I'll get fries for her.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, it's all good. Wait, but you guys are such travelers.
We are.
But Cannes is so special because it's where you guys met.
We did, yeah. You want to talk about it?
Yeah, please talk about it. It's such a cute story.
So we met, I was here 2 years ago. I was a film major at the Los Angeles City College, and I had credentials to come to the festival to see screenings because I was in a film program. He was here because he's a watch reseller, and he was styling some of the models and actors on the red carpet with his watches. And we met at a restaurant. Like, I was just there waiting for a high school friend to come. She never showed up, but he was like scoping the restaurant, I guess, for his, his next girl. And he comes up to me, and I'm like, who is this weirdo? I thought he was a taxi driver. Like, I literally thought he was a taxi driver for, like, a rich sheikh or something looking for girls to pull because he was just walking around. And I'm like, oh, no, like, I'm about to get kidnapped. And he came over and then, like, hey, like, do you want to, like, talk? And
Well, let's not miss the part with the doggy.
okay, so Milo was at the Airbnb. And I had my doggy cam up. So I'm like yelling at Milo to stop barking because I got a text he was barking. And he's like looking at me talking to like the phone like, stop it, stop talking. And then he's like, are you okay? And I'm like,
what did you think was happening, Simon, when she's like yelling at her phone?
I'm like, I didn't know at all. So I'm just like, she's cute.
Yeah, she might be schizophrenic, but she's really cute.
Yes, honestly, worth it.
and like, it's so crazy. At the time, I'm waiting for Uber, yelling at Milo, and he's coming over, and he's just like, can I sit down? And I'm like, oh, okay, I guess. And he's like, do you want to stay with me for drinks? And I'm like, I don't know, I'm waiting for my Uber. That's 10 minutes away. That needs to hurry up. And he's like, no, just stay. Let's have pina coladas.
Yeah. Ooh, and getting caught in the rain.
And getting caught, and we got caught in Biole dancing all night.
Okay, so at what point did you realize, okay, he's not trying to kidnap me, this guy's cute, and maybe could be a thing?
After a few drinks, and we singing pina colada together.
Yeah, okay.
And also, like, so we went to a food truck after because I was hungry and everything was closed, and he got me an Uber to go home. And I honestly thought, okay, that's the end. Like, I wasn't looking for a relationship. And I told him, I'm like, I'm just here to have fun. I'm here on business. This is my first
from LA,
time.
like, you're like, yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm from LA because at the time I was living in LA.
Yeah.
And he called me up the next morning like, okay, I want to take you to lunch. And I'm like,
But you forgot the part about there was also some other guys.
oh yeah, there was
hitting you
guys
up.
there like trying to talk to me, and I was talking to them back because I'm not single.
Yeah.
And then he told them like, they're like, oh, is this your girlfriend? And he's like, no, she'll be the day after.
The day after tomorrow, she will.
Was that kind of hot? Were you like, okay, I kind of like that? Like,
I was
the
kind of
confidence.
like, he's talking, he's talking. I don't know. I don't think so.
Wait, I also didn't know that you, Simon, your relationship to the Cannes Festival is like with the celebs and the watches and everything. Like, who have you been selling watches to?
Cannes is a very magical place. So 10 years ago, 2012 actually, I came here for the first time. And at this time I had a corporation. I'm a co-founder of a high luxury shoe line. And you know what happened? Like, we met the brand manager, the music booker from Paris Hilton, everything.
Yes, so she was the first to wear his shoes.
So she wear my
Amazing.
shoes. She posted it on Instagram. Even Nicole Scherzinger wear my shoes too. Like everyone was there, and everyone just like, okay, no, everyone likes my shoes and wear it on the red carpet.
They look
I'm
like Christian Louboutins. I wish he like still kept up with it because
Wait.
they were really like bedazzled.
I'd buy some.
What were the name of the brand?
Janico.
They were called Janico.
Oh my god, cute.
Yes, and then what happened with Janico?
I mean, the business changed in internet dramatically. So I always had to readjust all my businesses. So that's why I stopped doing Chanico and mostly specializing in doing reselling, luxury watches, fashion brands like Versace, Philippe Plein, and all that stuff.
I also
Wow.
love that Paris Hilton kind of kickstarted that for you because, Bria, when you entered the Martha's Vineyard house, you kind of gave everybody like Paris Hilton energy. Like, I have a small dog,
Yes.
I have a lot of bags,
Yes.
and I like what I like.
They didn't like that. They were like, "Oh, you're being extra." I'm like, "No, this is just who I am. I love my dog. I'm gonna have him by my side with my bag and my heels." But they didn't let them. So my
What?
face, I didn't like that.
What did you think of the immediate Paris comparisons when Summer House Martha's Vineyard premiered?
I loved it because I grew up with her, like
Yeah.
watching her show with Nicole Richie, and I was always like, I'm gonna have my dog. And my parents didn't allow me to have a dog as a child because my mom was allergic. So I didn't get my first dog until I was in college, and I had to rehome her because I got like it was a Rottweiler mixed with a German Shepherd, and I had her in my dorm, and that was the worst mistake.
Bria, what were
ever.
you thinking?
I was crazy, and I ended up giving her away to a great home. But then I had a Pomeranian for a little bit who got sick, and that was like the fluffy white dog, just like Paris. And then I got Milo, so now I have Milo, and he's just amazing because he goes everywhere. But I love Paris Hilton. I'm like, I will live, breathe,
She's
eat her.
iconic like no one else.
And she doesn't age.
No,
I don't know what she's doing, but I need to know.
She's been bopping around at the Cannes Lions Fest here.
She's here?
We haven't run into her, but we've spotted her on social media and
Yes.
stuff. She looks amazing, ageless.
We need to run into her.
I'm not sure if she has any of her dogs here with her, and I'm so sad that Milo isn't here with us. I would have loved to meet him. Is he in Germany
He's
right now?
in Germany,
Okay.
so we went to Turks and Caicos for my birthday, and they like have this whole. You have to put all this paperwork together just to bring the dog over, and if you don't, they can take your dog, quarantine for 30 days, or like ship him back. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna keep him in Germany because we came from Turks and Caicos here. So I guess I got that tan.
Yeah.
Like, glowing.
You're like, it's my birthday, it's mom's day, mom away.
Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, we still struggling a little bit with the jet lag.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's also a fun fact from Paris Hilton. Like, she doesn't adjust to the time zone. She wakes up at 8 p.m. here in Cannes because she's like, I'm staying in LA time.
She's doing it right.
Yeah, she is doing it right. And I feel like you guys are doing summer right. You're traveling here, there, everywhere. And you have more time to travel this summer because Summer House Martha's Vineyard is on pause, which I know broke mine and Danny's heart. It felt like I don't know how to describe it. It felt like a little sad. I was disappointed
Yeah.
because you guys had just had the
The
reunion.
reunion, which I was like,
felt-
this is great. Like, yeah.
How did you guys feel about the reunion?
I love the reunion. I wish it was like I felt like it was worthy of a real set, like not the
Yes.
Watch What Happens Live
Same.
studio. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
That's what I actually thought it was gonna be. So when I saw it was the Watch What Happens Live, I was like, oh okay.
I felt like it was a little rushed, and as well as like we should have covered from like season 1 as well as season 2,
So
but
smart.
it focused more on season 2, and I'm like, we did a lot went down
Yeah.
season 1 that we
Yeah.
should bring up. But it kind of was like a slap in the face to hear that the show was on pause because like it came out of nowhere. I was actually here during the festival. I was on a yacht. I was on like
On a yacht during the
yacht.
Cannes Film
And
Festival.
everybody's blowing me up, but I didn't have service in the middle of the water. And I get off, and I'm like blacked out drunk with my friends, and I get off, and I just see like everyone's like, "Did you see the news?" Like from, and
so
I'm like,
you didn't get a heads up?
I didn't get a heads up until like everybody texted me, and they're like, "Call me when you find out." And then I think it was Shanice, my best friend Shanice. She told me like, you know, we're done, like it's on pause, and I'm like,
God.
what? And I was like, thank God I didn't answer it on that yacht because I probably would have reacted
Yes.
way different.
Right.
But yeah.
Yeah, how has the feeling, I mean, of course it's probably a major disappointment, but how has the feeling from the cast been about that? Because like, I feel like after you had the reunion, you probably thought, oh, this is a good sign, and then you get this.
I think we were just very shocked and disappointed because we brought it. Like,
Brought
it. Second
Yes.
season, like
Was amazing.
everybody like did their part. It was the juicy drama. It was all organic. You know, I had my drama. You know me, I'm
Yeah.
always in something.
Right, Milo went missing.
Milo
Even
went
he tapped in.
missing. Simon came out with the flamingo. So it's like my heart felt like it was to pieces because like this is like my dream job,
Right.
and like I know it's not the end, but it's kind of like we're so conditioned to go back every summer. Like August is like, okay, I gotta prepare, I gotta get my outfits and everything. So, you know, now we get to travel, and since we don't, you know, have that time. I said I'm gonna get a boob job.
Okay.
Just a little augmentation, because I always wanted to do it during the summer, but we would have to go back. So I mean, I guess there's a
Look,
a
everything
opportunity.
happens for a reason. That's the
Yes.
looking on the bright side,
And
you know?
wait, how long has the boob job been on the manifestation board?
For years, since like college, because they droop a little, so I just wanted to get like a natural lift. But I always had something going on, and I'm like, I don't know when I'm gonna have the time to do this. So
Yeah, I've been thinking about a nose job, so I get that. You like want to like find the perfect time to have that healing
you're right.
moment.
And you need the downtime. So
Yes.
you're gonna be wearing that cast.
Uh-huh.
You have to be a week, you know, post-op, I guess, yeah, in the country, because I think you have to stay 1 week in Turkey or wherever you go if you want to get that done. So you
Gotcha.
have to have, I think boob job is like 3 months full recovery. You can't work out or anything.
Oh
so.
wow. Okay, that's
need some
a long
time.
time. Okay, so with the new boobs at the end of the summer, next summer 2025, if the show, I mean the show is on pause, it's not canceled. If it does come back,
Yes.
obviously you'd want to come back, you'd want to return.
Of
Okay.
course, with the drama, honey.
Yes, who would you want to return with you?
I would say Shanice, the girls, Shanice, Noelle, Jordan, Jasmine.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Okay, what about what boys are making the cut?
Oh, Lord. I would say for the boys, I would like to see back, I love Amir.
Yeah.
I love Amir. Amir, Nick, because, you know, Nick is single now. So
Yes.
Nikki V, you
Right.
know, he's single.
Well,
Put those tattoos on and
Exactly.
you never
did
know.
you think he was single last summer?
I think he did the whole entire summer. No shade. Simon, obviously, you know,
Obviously,
he wants to
yes.
come back obviously less than 3 days because he had to only come for 3 days second season. So
Oh, yeah. 3 days, it doesn't make sense for me.
And like with the
Yes.
time change, you're like, you're in your parasol, and you're like, what's going on?
Yes.
Wait, because you said that you love Amir. We love Amir too.
Yes.
We accidentally, I think, made him a little annoyed when we did our live show
What hap-
about. No, remember when we asked you guys if like, because he was gonna say, "If Natalie's coming with me or I'm gone."
I mean, but he went on and said it, so
Yes.
you have to back it up.
Right.
So when you say things, like I said things, remember when I said on I said it on the one streamer, I was like, you know, I don't have a problem with Mariah, but that came back and bit me in the butt. So it's like you have to watch what you say
Right.
because it's going to be brought up no matter
Did
what.
he like reach out to you and Jasmine about that?
No, actually he didn't, because I think he knows, like he went on a podcast or I think it was a podcast or a
Yeah.
web thing, and he's, you know, it's like, I'm not going back unless
He
my
said it.
girlfriend
He
comes.
said what he said.
And I'm like, okay, stand on business, because I would love for her to come, because there's a side that people didn't really get to see. She's honestly really cool, but she's about her business and she's about
yeah.
making her money.
That's right.
And she's a top realtor at her company, so it's like I respect her. I respect her craft, and a lot of people don't know is like some of the people like lost their jobs being on this show. So she was just trying to be a little bit cautious, because this is her career job, and she didn't want to mix it too much with what we had going on.
Okay, that makes sense, because
So.
it seems like the vibe was no one really loved Natalie, but there's like room for redemption. We would welcome her back into the group.
Of course.
Okay.
No, I love her. She's a Sagittarius. I'm a Gemini. We get along.
Oh, those the two sides, the adaptability.
Yes.
Yes.
So
100%.
you guys would love her.
Okay.
No, I feel like we would. Yeah.
Yes.
Wait, one of the boys you didn't mention though is
Who?
Preston. Are you and Preston okay?
So during the reunion, we didn't really get to address everything that we wanted to. I felt like it was pretty rushed. We got to talk some of the things out. We're on texting terms.
Okay, that's good. That makes me feel
So
good.
yeah, we're on texting terms, but we didn't really get to talk much about, you know, what that. It's just like a weirdness between us. Like I said, I told him, like, I don't have a problem with you. I don't know. He said I get on his nerves. I may get on people's nerves. That's fine, but you know, you don't have to hate me.
Yeah,
It really is kind of like, from a viewer's perspective, it seems like a brother-sister dynamic,
what
where it's
I
like
say all the
you
time.
love each other and you hate each other just as much.
Yes,
You know?
like we just, it's not even, it's no tea, it's no drama. It's
Yeah.
just like a brother sister. Like, you're getting on my nerves right now. I'm like, okay, you're getting on mine too.
But
Right.
that's why I feel like the viewers loved Martha's Vineyard, because you guys did have such those bonds where it's like, it's kind of like you feel like when you're like on vacation with your friends, like
Yes.
you would have an explosive fight at dinner and you're like, okay, well, now we have to clean up and like what's happening. Like it felt very organic and real, which we all loved, and of course we're hoping that it comes back. But I feel like you have like so many reality TV plans on the horizon. I'm assuming because we know you.
We all know Bria is a girl, so she will crush everything she does. She's born for reality television.
He's like, I need my own show.
What other shows would we? Yeah, what like of course besides your own show, are there any shows that you're like I could join that? I could have some fun.
I would say, like, if Simon could come with me, I would love to do, like, a Too Hot to Handle.
Ooh,
But
that'd
I
be
would
fun.
want Simon to be there.
Okay.
Because, like, a lot of my friends do Too Hot, like, my friend Melinda, she's on Too Hot to Handle.
Okay.
And it's just so cool. Like, they get a lot of reach. It's on Netflix, and, like, they get the love. So, like, I love shows with the love. Like, even, like, if I was single, The Bachelor.
Ooh,
like,
I could see you on The
you
Bachelor.
know, or
yeah.
being a bachelor. I'm in a relationship. But like, if I was single, that would be my show. But Too Hot to Handle, I mean, we should both do it. Or like even Big Brother.
Yeah, I could see you on that. I also could see you on The Traders. I think you do well on The Traders.
With Milo?
Oh my
Yes.
god, I would love to be on that. I think they just put Sierra on it, right?
Yes,
I haven't
yeah.
watched
Wait,
it.
how tapped into Summer House Hamptons are you? Because did you watch the reunion with her and West?
I saw clips of it, and I heard the tea was brewing.
Yeah.
And she looked absolutely stunning.
It was insane.
Out
like-
of this world. Like, body, hair, makeup was on point. I love Wes, too. He was just kind of, like, jaw-dropping. Like, I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people think he fumbled the bag
He did.
there.
I mean, Sierra is a full package, you know?
beyond,
If
yeah.
I was a guy, I would play my cards right.
Yeah.
She'd win your Bachelor.
Yeah. Yes. She would be.
100%. I also do wonder if they would ever pull from the Martha's Vineyard cast to go to the Hamptons cast, especially for the people based in New York.
I said I wanted a crossover like that, but I think they want more singles. So if they would pull anybody, I feel like, this is just my opinion, it would be the singles.
Gotcha.
Okay, so Jordan. or something,
Jordan,
yeah.
I think that's probably why she was put on Winter House.
Yeah.
Because of her being single. If you're single, I think you're thriving in this game.
That's
Right.
Yeah.
That makes sense. I mean, what was the experience like doing reality TV together? I mean, it certainly tested your relationship
but I
at times.
also would say it's not necessarily single because people love also to see how
Yeah.
relationships are evolving, and like I think like people see our ups and downs and everything,
Yes.
but
It's relatable.
it's relatable,
That
exactly.
part.
And no relationship is easy or just fun, you know. You have you a lot of fun times, but of course you have your arguments. And you know a relationship is only good when you argue.
Right? You got to know how to fight, right?
I mean, yeah.
And you guys always get through it.
We
Like, here
do.
you are.
Yes.
Because we don't, like, it's stupid arguments. Like, it's really, like, the first blowout that we had on the show was literally because I told him to watch Milo. He doesn't remember because we're all, like, lit. We're activated.
Tipsy.
As we should be.
And, you know, Milo ended up running down because the first house was on a cliff that, led to the beach. So he liked to escape the gate to go down to the beach. And I'm like, it's high tide, he'll drown. So for me, I was like, I had to go, I think, break the news to Tasia or something at that time, and I'm like, hey, can you watch Milo? But then I saw Milo running out that gate, and I was like, that's when I lost my mind.
That's
But-
when mommy mode came in.
Yes,
Right.
but it's like we don't really argue that much.
I
It's just
mean,
bickering.
the arguments about small things, it's always like, you know you go through that.
Yeah.
And on season 2, I also know, like, come on, it's not such a big deal. I know you blow up sometimes, but it's...
He likes
I
it.
don't mind.
I think it's his little toxic trait. He likes a little toxic.
Okay, we like a little
Simon.
a makeup moment.
But like,
I get it.
Back to your question on when you guys said like, how does the relationship like? How did you feel with me being on a reality show at first? He was so. I think you were so like motivating.
I'm always positive about everything
Yeah.
I'm doing. I'm always thriving. I always try to do new things. And when something is not working, I'm always trying to find a new way to make it better. I mean, that's just my mindset. That's how I build everything in my life. And I'm always like going more and more and more. And I love everything. You need to be positive in everything you do.
Yeah.
Are-
Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, are there any like? Because I don't really know this. Are there any German reality shows that like we should be campaigning to get you guys
Could
on?
you? Yeah.
They-
What can we
Do
see
they do
about
really-
Germany?
Shows do they have there? It's okay. So I don't want to say this. You could say it.
But you can't even speak German.
I
That's
can't.
okay.
You have to be
That
able
would-
to
that would
speak
make it
German.
entertaining.
Okay.
And then like the reality
translator.
shows there are like trashy. They're trashy. I mean, I hate to say it, no shade, but like they're not like our shows.
What are the vibes? Is it like Jersey Shore vibes?
Worse than that.
Oh, worse? Oh,
Like-
okay.
Exactly, what's going down?
They have all type sport. Most of them, the big ones are really trashy.
Yeah, because
Okay.
I told him, I'm like, why don't you go be on a German reality show?
Yeah.
He's like, no.
Okay.
No, it wouldn't be great for his business or his brand.
No, yeah.
Would you ever consider, I mean, I know you guys travel all the time. You basically live on a plane, but would you ever live full-time in Germany with Simon? Like, is that...
So I did for 1 year.
Okay, oh.
So,
and-
yep, for 1 year. So I lived there for 1 year, and then I went to film, and then right after filming for first season, I went back, and
But we also travel most of the time.
yes. So like we were in Dubai, New York, Mallorca.
Italy, everywhere.
Italy, so we just hopped to
Southern
different
France.
places for 2 weeks, 3 weeks at a time. Even now, we've traveled a lot, so
Yeah.
I'm just getting back because we have a home in Germany where like half of my stuff is there, and I haven't like how long has it been since I was away from the house? Like even with including filming,
No, the longest time you wasn't there was 2 months.
so 2 months. Okay, so it wasn't that bad.
Wait, you guys are kind of like Meredith and Seth Marks because they
Yeah.
they live their life hotel to hotel to hotel.
I love that.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
that's my dream.
That's so funny. Yeah, and
Yes,
Meredith's
yeah.
co-stars were trying to shade her for that. They're like, you don't really have a real home, and she's like,
She doesn't
wouldn't,
need one.
wouldn't you be so lucky to live in
The
the
Ritz-Carlton.
Carlton? Or, you know what I'm
Exactly.
saying?
And when
So-
you're an influencer, they give this to you. Like they
Right.
want you to shoot content for their hotels. So half the time these creators are getting the Carlton for free, especially all the 4 seasons. And like I don't know if you know, as an influencer, you can reach out to hotels, and there's some hotels in different parts of the world that let you stay at the resort as long as you just create content. So it's called what is it called? A global nomad lifestyle where you could just do that.
That's what I just said yesterday to you guys, because I'm like a digital nomad.
Yeah.
I'm just reselling online. I'm like, okay, I get a list. Okay, let's buy watches and everything. Another order for 100K. I'm on the beach right now, but
He's
whatever.
doing this from here, like just doing transactions. I'm like, lucky you. Like, I wish I could have your
I
job.
mean, we have to
just
take
do it.
advantage of the digital age.
Yeah,
Like,
totally.
We can do whatever we
And
want now.
I mean, you guys have been traveling a lot, but what I love and hate about Cannes is that the temptation of every designer
On the
store
Crusade.
here.
I know
Are
you're-
we shopping this week?
I didn't shop yet. I wanted to go. So Zara here.
It's different.
It's different.
Okay.
This is not to show Zara. Yeah.
You got it, right? Because I told you guys yesterday, I'm like, go to Zara, run to
Yes.
Zara. So the Zara here is different than the Zara in the States. Like, I got this from Zara, and all the girls were like, where did you get this bag? And I'm like,
cute.
Zara. But they have like these pieces that look like Chanel pieces. Apparently they're here, and I want to run to Zara real quick to go get this Chanel set that they
Okay.
have. Like, it's so classy and chic because they just have all the chic stuff here. I don't see it in the States.
Oh.
So when I come back, they're like, oh, where did you get this bag from? I'm like, Ken.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Just can. You don't have to
With
mention
Holly
Zara.
Berry.
With Holly Berry and
Yeah.
all the great celebrities. So I
But also, like when we go to Italy, I'm
Oh, yeah,
also
we get
reselling
a lot of
bags,
stuff.
so I get huge discounts on Balenciaga
Yes.
and stuff, and then we go to the whole warehouse.
So
and
there's like
getting,
warehouses for people who have the distribution rights to resell for these big companies, and he has access to it as a wholesaler. So we'll go and get like vintage bags or pieces from like a while ago, and he'll be like, "You can go pick some."
Do you get friend and family discount?
Yeah, we can get
God.
We were actually gonna bring you guys watches, but we didn't want to travel from like state to state with
my
watches. So I
God.
can send them to you because I was like, we need to bring Evan and Daniel
my
on
God.
the gifts.
Oh my God.
So you guys get watches.
That's basically why my business is doing so well.
Yeah.
Because I'm working with the big brands. I'm also getting older collections, special productions, and I'm able to resell these things for 50% off, 60% off.
Wow.
So I'm having real the diamond watches from Versace selling at 60% off on my website. That's why I'm making so much turnover, not because I'm selling it for the regular price, because I sell everything
constantly
cheap.
growing.
Price,
Yes.
yeah.
He's standing on business,
That's what
baby.
I'm
Wow.
Yes.
Wait, switching gears a little bit, Bria, you were
Yes.
mentioning how you were cast and then you moved to Germany. I'm just
Yes.
interested in your like casting story. How did you get on the show? Had you been
Yes.
trying out for reality shows? Did they reach out to you? Like, what was the deal there?
So they first started off with Jasmine and Jordan. So I
Okay.
think the show was pitched to them. And you know this backstory, we all worked together at Playboy Club as
Right.
Playboy Bunnies. And then they were like, hey, like I saw you're friends with so-and-so because we all had pictures together and it all connected. So then they told Shanice, like, hey, we got this show. They're looking for like organic friends, and then Shanice was like, hey, someone's going to be reaching out to you about this show on Instagram, because they reached out through Instagram. Is this something you would want to do with Jasmine and Jordan? I'm like, of course, like this is going to be a reunion. So everything happened from Instagram, but like through the girls, and then it just happened overnight. They reached out, and it was kind of like a long casting process because I was single at the time when they reached out to me.
Oh, so you hadn't had that magical can moment
No.
yet. Okay.
And then
You also wasn't sure to do it.
well, I'm gonna get to that. So then I met him because like I still didn't hear back from them. It was kind of like, okay, we want to do this show, and I'm like, okay, and I went through the casting process because everyone has to go through casting, no matter if you're friends or not. They have to like just do a background check and everything.
Yeah.
And then I came to Cannes, and I met him, and they casted me kind of like, okay, so you're gonna be the wild single girl, and I'm like, yeah, but I didn't hear back from them for like months, and then I met him. Went straight to Germany, and then I'm like, oh, like, he's like, what are you doing for work? And I'm like, well, right now I'm just, traveling, and I'm here with you. I was like, but I'm supposed to be on a reality show, but I'm not sure what's going on. I haven't heard back. And then I'm like at his place, and I was out of the blue. Maybe I was there with you for a month, and I got the call like, okay, we're ready to start filming. Like, and I was like, wait a minute, hold up. I have a boyfriend now. Like,
I'm in Germany.
I'm in
boot up.
Germany. Boot up. What do you mean? I didn't hear from you guys for like over 3 months. Yeah. So then I was like, wait, but I have a boyfriend, and I'm not gonna be hooking up with anybody. So I had to change like everything because I'm like, this is crazy. And then they were like, okay. Then I got the call like a couple of days later, like, no, you have to fly out. We're gonna start production. So I'm like, I don't know if I want to do it. Like, should I do it? And he was like, no, you should do it. Like, this is gonna be great for your career. And I was like, but I want you to come. And he was able to come and visit. So that's kind of how that happened.
Wait, and that was your first foray into like the reality TV process, or did you?
No, I did a survival show for MTV back in 2017.
What?
Yes.
Wait, what's it called? I want to look
Stranded
it up.
with $1 million. But you're gonna be disappointed because I only lasted for 3 days. I was in the jungle.
Bria, I'm shocked you lasted 3 days. You know what I mean?
I had, and this is when I was in like, I don't know. I was wearing like blue contacts. Like you guys know.
Wait.
Oh, okay. I'm into that. Paris Hilton.
Yes,
She loves blue contacts.
Blue contacts, curly hair. I was talking shit. I was like, I'm the baddest bitch of the jungle. Like, I'm going to survive this. No, I didn't last. Like, I got sick from a rotten coconut.
Oh my God. Do you know what? The rotten coconut was looking out for you. You probably should have like left the jungle.
Yeah.
Martha's Vineyard is a much more suitable place for you.
I didn't think that it was that real. Like, it was real. It was like Naked and Afraid real. Like, I had to sleep on the jungle ground. There was crabs biting me, like snakes. All types of creatures out there. And
So survival show is
Fiji.
definitely not for you.
No. But if you guys watch the first episode, you're going to laugh at me. You're going to be like, what the f*** was she thinking?
Oh my God, that's so fun. I feel like that would have been a really scarring experience where you would have been like, maybe I should never do reality TV again.
Listen, for me, it was very funny, like the casting process of that. And then they put me through survival camp.
Oh, before you even cast on the show?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Camp. And I almost died
What
because...
does that entail?
Okay, so they put us in the middle of like the mountains in California somewhere, right? Let me tell you how we almost died. Didn't know there was mountain lions up there. And then, long story short, there was a rattlesnake under the fire
lions and
pit.
snakes.
Yes. And it was ready to attack our feet. It was me and another guy. And I saw it and I'm like, holy shit, there's a rattlesnake. And yeah, bad.
Okay.
Bad news.
Well, I have to let you know that I'm going to run and Google this right now.
Please,
So we have
do
to
it.
end this interview. Because I need to now see you get almost attacked by a rattlesnake.
Yes, you have to see it.
But thank you guys so much for stopping by.
It was so much fun.
Thank you for thinking of us.
You were the first person, or the first couple we thought of. Like, honestly, we were like, we're going to Cannes. Will Bria and Simon be there? And you were here. And it all worked out. We loved it.
No, we love you guys.
Give our love to Milo too.
We
Yes.
will.
Yes.
We will.